The reason why I founded the Female Co was because I had incredible opportunities with sport. I'd moved away to Brisbane and then Sydney. I'd had my world opened up by having access to high performance facilities. And then when I came home about 10 years later, I had made an assumption that we had shifted, but I thought we would be further along the journey.
Extend as far as you can, try and keep those hips nice and stable.
I definitely knew that a lot of our boys were accessing the economic opportunity of football, and I was rudely shocked, I think, when I came home and realised there is not the same opportunity for our girls. Our girls deserve a bigger investment, and that looks collective. It looks like with community, alongside community. It's not isolated. And I started to realise that we actually need to create something new here. For me, what I observe and when working with the young women, the narrative is very much around being grateful for the opportunity. There's a real sense of gratitude, but not in a, I deserve to be here, I deserve the investment. And our regional girls, particularly our First Nations girls, there is such a level of doubt that they're even worth being in this space, that I found that I have to do a lot of work on that before they fully let themselves take the opportunity of the training. So we're trying to keep it on that lower end, but definitely under 15, more like 12.
I know when you talk to like boys that are footy players or rugby players, they actually believe that they could be an NRL player, but they know that those opportunities are there, right? Like it's obtainable. When you talk to girls, it's like, and especially from like regional and remote, you've already got the hurdles and the barriers in place. So having a program like what the Female Co run makes it like, okay, we're serious.
We made an assumption that because it's First Nations-led organisation, that First Nations girls would put their hand up to be a part of our programs, and they didn't. So we made a First Nations Academy, and I was overwhelmed with almost 100 applications locally.
What's special about Female Co is having like a family outside of home and just a place where I can like be myself. It's so comforting to be in a room with different girls, even if it's just like different sports or like different nationalities, different ethnicities. We all just come together and just like share an hour and a half of just being ourselves in the gym.
There's an independence expectation from a Western framework that you need to be independent. If you want to be successful, you will do these things, you will lead yourself, you will be responsible. That is not the way of First Nations people, and not because it's just a cultural kinship thing. It's because First Nations mothers and fathers have not been at the table of decision making for their children for a long time. And so having a say and supporting their child in the child making the decision is very important, because there's trauma related to assumptions and decisions being made for your child without you there. That needs to be honoured, because that's ultimately going to make that young person feel psychologically safe, and they're going to be more successful.
We're going to try and rotate and back to neutral.
A really big part of that process, the First Nations in particular, bringing them on the journey in a really safe way. Then when they're stepping into this environment, it's around educating this space of being open to all of the different learning styles and cultural backgrounds and belief systems, and creating a very psychologically safe environment for everybody to thrive.
My needs as an athlete are met because I think they really specifically look at my training load, even little things like range of motion, current strength, and they really tailor specifically to me and how I can keep improving. 5 years from now, I would really like to be playing in either the WSL or NWSL. That would be huge. Otherwise, I'd like to maybe even come back to Cairns, get on board the Female Co and helping out young athletes.
When we are looking at the impact that this is having on community, it's the promotion of women, it's the visibility of women that are leading in a pretty male-dominated space in the sporting industry. From a community perspective, when we're centering our girls and it's led by our women and girls and backed by good men who want to invest in this space, we start to change the narrative. Success would look like we have more women and girls actively participating, not just as managers and support roles, but on the field, coaching and head coaching positions. It looks like a woman leading the men's team. Like, it looks like wherever she wants to go, she has the opportunity.